Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're going to check out the two latest releases from Kaustic Plastik when it comes to 1/6 scale figures. Christopher Lee's Dracula and Peter Cushing as Dr. Van Helsing. So enjoy the review folks, drop a like on it for me and check out the other Kaustic Plastik figure reviews on the channel. There's also a Kaustic Plastik figure review playlist on my channel folks. If you go to the main page and scroll down you'll see it. Features every review for every Kaustic Plastik 1/6 scale figure released to date. Just a quick look at the shipper boxes, because I think it's just nice that they make the effort on each box to really distinguish each, individual figure. You can see at the top in the middle you've got Christopher Lee, Dracula, and then Dr. Van Helsing on the right there. Very nicely done. Okay, here are the boxes, and obviously the coffin in the middle for Christopher Lee's Dracula. As you can see, beautiful box art featuring the figures themselves, and beautiful text, color choices, everything very, very nicely done. And we'll just take a moment here to check out the credits for all the artists involved in bringing this piece to us. There's Fabio, Indigo Gill, Dario, all the usual suspects. And then down here, I'll let you pause that and have a read. That's the description for the Dracula figure. Here are the credits, the artists involved. Excellent stuff. And I'm assuming it's going to be the same folks for Van Helsing. So very, very big shout out to these guys. There's the write-up for Van Helsing. You can pause that and have a read. Okay, time to get them out and do this review. But as usual, beautiful packaging, really tough, good quality cardboard, very high-end feeling, a lot of love and thought put into all the artwork and the text. Even the text looks interesting. Usually stuff like this on boxes doesn't really warrant much attention, but I always feel it does with Kaustic Plastik stuff. They put a lot of love and care and thought into every single aspect of the figure. And there's all their social media stuff. Kaustic Plastik Infinite Statue, the official Hammer Horror license. Designed and made in Italy, premium quality. Okay, so just unboxing the coffin here. This is really nice, beautiful white with Count Dracula, like on a gold plate. Very, very cool. That's just the lid to the coffin, and then underneath we have the coffin itself. Now I'm assuming this is all sculpted to look like material. It looks like material, so until I touch it... Oh, hang on a minute. No, that's not sculpted. It's some kind of tough feeling mixed media situation. I'm assuming this will be plastic, possibly wood. Not sure, I'll have to check that out in a minute, but whatever it is, it's either plastic or wood. Might be wood or plastic, not sure. But yeah, this is definitely different. This is like some strange kind of material. It's very, very good though. Very convincing. Well, you got kind of nice lace around the edge there as well. Very nice. Very good. And when you lift up the top of the box for the Dracula figure, you are greeted by this awesome art card. And if it's anything like the Stallone shop figures, there should be more credits on the back here, yes. And just have a quick look. I'll take the plastic off first. Okay, so this is what you have on the back of the card. I won't read it all, I'll let you pause it and read it if you wish. Always nice to get this personal touch from the company. And that is something I would definitely frame up and display with the figure. I mean, that is just an amazing image. That's a really cool picture. Okay, so the first layer is the hands, which are interesting because I'm not seeing any wrist peg situation again, so this is going to be cool. I think it will obviously connect to the end of the forearm there underneath the shirt that he's wearing, so we shouldn't see any wrist pegs when we bend the arms for cool poses. So I'm liking the look of this. Hands look really detailed. can see the texture on there. Very, very nice, and a ring as well. So then, Christopher Lee Dracula, one of the absolute fan favourite. Oh man, look at that. That's terrifying. Look at his eyes. Alright, let's get him out. Well, let's see what's underneath this layer, actually. Let's see if I can just lift that out. Oh, we have the base, the magnetic base, with the nice gold plate for the name. Alright. Okay, you lift off the front of the box on the Van Helsing, and again we're greeted by a very cool art card with the same details on the back that we saw on the Dracula one, but they look incredible together. Alright, we'll lift off the first layer of foam for Van Helsing, and here he is. He seems to have some very cool fancy 1/6 scale clothing, and there's the head sculpt there. I'm seeing those piercing blue eyes coming through at me. Oh, got a crucifix, very nice. We have a stake and a hammer, and two of these. Yep, there's one on either side. These are plastic, seem to be nicely weathered. Various hands with the gloves, and the figure himself. Wow, that looks incredible. That is an intense expression right there. It seems to be some kind of beautiful velvet material, possibly. Let's get him out. Well, I will just say, straight out of the box and just plonked down on the desk, nothing done to it. This already has that custom figure feel and look to it, just like the Nosferatu figure did. It feels more and looks more like a custom piece that was worked on for months just by, you know, either one artist or a handful of artists all coming together just to make one piece. But this is something, I don't know how many are made, but it does have that custom figure feel and look, which you just don't get with any other company in my experience. I mean, I know the Hot Toy stuff is incredible most of the time, you know, the Iron Man figures, the Batman figures, the Predators, the Robocops, the Terminators, they're all fantastic, but I never really get that sense when I take one of those figures out of the box and I hold it in my hand. It never feels like a custom figure, and you'd really have to have spent at one point in your collecting life a fair bit of money on one custom piece. I have a few, but one of the main ones is my Howling custom werewolf up there. There's a Michael Myers just behind the alien up there beside the mask. That's a custom figure, and you just get a certain feel with those types of collectibles, and I get the same feeling when I look at this and when I hold it in my hand. It's just something very special. And Christopher Lee, tailoring as usual, looks absolutely incredible. I will say, just first impressions, I do think the cape possibly could have been made from a thinner material that hangs better. I'm getting, obviously this section here is jutting out to the sides, and when I try to, you know, there's obviously ways I can fold it to try and get it to fall more naturally, but I think a thinner material would have allowed for a more natural drape. But we'll see. I've only just got him out of the box, so I'm going to have to futz with that a little bit. I just brought over my custom Batman Begins figure. He has a custom cape. I know it's a totally different setup, but I just think to illustrate the point of when an appropriate thickness of material is chosen for a 1/6 scale figure, it can give that illusion, or add to the illusion, that it's a real person. You know, if you get the lighting set up right and you get a background behind him of the city or something, I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't trick a few people into thinking that this is really Christian Bale in the Begin suit. But because the material on the cape on Christopher Lee here is just a little bit, in my opinion, too thick for 1/6 scale, hence we're getting this kind of bunching out at the sides thing, but it almost looks like the wind's caught it and it's just in motion. But I would have loved to have seen something a bit thinner with a bit more of a natural hang, because this material, even though it's too thin for Christopher Lee's cape, you know, it does definitely add to the realism. That's nuts. I went on Google to have a look at the cape, and I noticed the poser's hand is in there, and the hands that came on the figure. They are literally in that exact position. They copied the exact pose that that hand is in. And that just happened to be one of the images I saw and clicked on, saved it in my gallery on my phone so I could just look at it for reference. And yeah, both hands, especially that one on his left, that's exactly the pose that they're in. That is awesome. It's in a pretty good position at the moment. You can make it work, that's for damn sure. It looks great. I'm sure you're thinking that looks absolutely fine, but it takes a fair bit of work of tucking folds and just trying to get it all to look a bit more natural. I definitely think a thinner material would have helped, but I understand. You know, I've never made something like this visually. You know, it seems to be the correct thickness. So checking another reference image here, and you can see the thickness of the cape is pretty accurate on the figure. You know, it looks the same, you know, scale. Even the tie-up section at the front, I thought that might be a bit thick, and then I looked and I thought, no, that's actually perfect. So they've done a great job. The thickness of the cloak, the cape, it is accurate. And it looks fantastic. My first feelings though, when I got him, just plunked him straight down on the desk and didn't touch him, because of the way the cape looked, it kind of reminded me of how I felt when I got the Hot Toys Batman Returns Batman figure, the Michael Keaton one. That cape used to poof out really badly. But you can definitely work with this. But the most important thing is the quality of the material they chose is very high. It is very good. I do keep getting a situation where, because the cape is quite heavy, this knot at the front, it's almost in position, and you have to be careful when you're fiddling with it not to undo, or the knot will start to undo itself. I've had to tighten that up, but you'd want it to sit about there, and you can position the cape that way, but eventually the weight of the cape at the back just kind of drags it back like that again. Possibly some kind of magnet situation, like in his shoulders under his suit here, some magnets, and then some magnets under here just to keep it in position. That would have been nice. Also, when I got him out of the box, just one of the top buttons on his jacket was done up, and I'm not going to be messing with the other ones because stuff like that can get really fiddly diddly, so that's fine. He's a awesome looking specimen though, and this is my first Christopher Lee figure, and what a hell of a one to start with. This is probably the best Christopher Lee 1/6 scale figure that you can get right now. I know there have been some other versions of him. I've seen some stuff floating around on the internet, pictures on Facebook and such, but this is truly special. I'll have to take a close-up look at these hands soon. The best 1/6 scale hands I'd ever seen to date were the Nosferatu Kaustic Plastik hands. But I'm looking forward to taking a close-up look at these. I haven't paid much attention to things like fingernails and the rings. I've only really glanced at the hands. This is all really, really fresh. I like me some flesh. But you know what I mean. This is all very fresh. So I'm just giving you my thoughts as I'm having them. Raw, unedited, unfiltered, no BS. The real deal, the facts. So I'm bonding with the cape, the cloak. Cape? I'm going to call it a cape. I'm bonding with it. We're making friends, and things are looking pretty damn awesome. I've got to tell you, this is a very nice looking piece. Right, I was about to put Van Helsing on the rotating base, but then I read your mind, viewer. You were thinking, does he fit in the coffin? Let's find out. Okay, this is the best bit of the review. He fits, and he looks absolutely incredible in the coffin. Look at that. And look, you can use that hand to kind of, I need to make it connect more, but it looks like he's just waking up, and oh, that creepy moment where you get down low here. Oh, look at that. That's nice. And then you could pose him slightly, just raising up, but he looks absolutely amazing. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. He fits perfectly, really, really well. That is amazing. Damn it, how am I gonna... That has to go up there on the shelf of horror icons. How am I gonna fit the coffin? I'm gonna have to make it work. Because you got Nosferatu down the end. And I've got 3 vampires now by Kaustic Plastik. Nosferatu, Bela Lugosi Dracula, and now Christopher Lee Dracula. And I have pre-ordered the Sideshow David from Lost Boys. And I have a Vampirella. So I will bring you a big vampire video one day. But I do intend to show all the vampires I have by Kaustic Plastik together in a video soon on the channel, folks, so stick around for that. And that's how that would look. It is slightly risky. He could tip forward, definitely, and I'd come in the room one day and find him, you know, down below with the wolves. But you definitely can do it. I'm sure there's ways to secure him a little bit more in there. But he looks right at home on the shelf of horror icons. Just give you a little look at the scaling of Van Helsing with the coffin. He's in there, yeah. He's having a sleep. He's inside the coffin right now. And Van Helsing is getting ready to do what need be done. Here's Van Helsing, rid the world of this evil once and for all. But what's this? Like a flash, he casually begins to hand Van Helsing his own Harris, giving him the strangling of his life. Unhand me, you devilish brute!
Never! I will feast on your flesh.
You know, these two, you lot, stop it. Stop it. No! Chill out. Get back in your coffin.
You want to kill him?
No.
Get back!
And sorry about that, Mr. Van Helsing.
Well, I've never been so horribly treated in all my days. This is absolutely ridiculous. You would call this professional? I'm going home. This is not the kind of thing I'm used to.
Mate, you forgot your steak.
I don't need a steak. I've got a hammer. I'm going to smash him to death. I'm going to smash you. No! No more! No more!
Stop messing around. Put some respect on it. This is Van Helsing, folks. He's a bad man. Like, he goes around killing the undead, the vampires, the demonic, blood-sucking, crimson nectar drinking, just filth. And he goes out there with a little bit of wood, and a hammer, and he gets the job done. Van Helsing. And there he is in 1/6 scale. Peter Cushing. Okay, so we get a look at Mr. Van Helsing on the rotating base. As usual, there are 2 magnets at the front of the base and then 2 at the back as well, in case you want to have them a bit further back. I've got them at the front at the moment. But it's giving me penguin vibes for some reason. Just the kind of clothing and his kind of big collar and the hat and stuff. But yeah, this is 100% Peter Cushing Van Helsing. Hammer horror, classic. Old school, OG. Get him from a nice low angle as he comes around. I'll get in close for you soon. We'll take a nice good look at the head sculpts. Speaking of which, I believe the hat is attached. This is one piece, not removable. That's fine. Okay, now we'll take a little close up at the head sculpt as it turns. See if the light catches eyes. How real it looks. The skin tone, the paintwork. I'll just stop and turn it for a moment. We'll get in nice and close here. I was just curious about his coat here, and that's basically just buttons at the front, good sturdy buttons. You undo those and then you can get to his scarf and his undersuit. I cannot stress just how beautiful this 1/6 scale bit of clothing feels. This is ridiculous. It's a shrunk down real coat. You'll know what I mean when you get this, is so smooth. That is just beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous material. Collar as well. Very, very nice. That might be just the best quality 1/6 scale coat I've ever seen. Honestly, folks, that coat is next level. Alright, just move the scarf out of the way. You can see the various layers. White, black, red, grey. A lot of colour going on, but none of it looks too busy. Very, very nice. Still holding on to his hammer and stake just in case it all kicks off. Over here with Billy wants a drink all the time. Chill out, mate. Okay, I removed his coat and just the beautiful proportions, the fit of everything. I mean, Kaustic Plastik are just flexing on us at this point. I said it before, I'll say it again. I honestly, genuinely believe this is the best 1/6 scale figure producing company in the world right now. There's just a level of artistry that goes into every aspect of their figures, and when it comes to a suit as perfectly fitted as this, real laces on the shoes, really strong magnets in the base, so it's nice and secure, no unsightly crotch grabbers going up between their legs and sort of disturbing the look of the piece. This is enough a masterpiece from Kaustic Plastik. Just got the crucifix in his hand. He's looking very wary and focused. And he's right to be wary, because this bloke's always after a bit. Oh, I'll have me some of that red stuff, thank you very much. I'll have a pint.
A pint! A whole pint!
Stay back, you foul beast.
He doesn't like crosses. He's like, get it away from me. No.
That looks good, doesn't it? Looks nice. Two of them interacting, as you can do when you've got two figures that belong together. Maybe you've made a boo-boo and only ordered one. Maybe you just went for Dracula. You do need this guy as well, and vice versa. If you've got Van Helsing, you need his Dracula. Need them both. I'll just get a look at one of his hands here on the Christopher Lee Dracula. Now obviously the wrist kind of extends along, and if you bend the elbow like this, then you can see where it connects. But in most poses you will have a very seamless look, and you can see the amazing detail there. Look around the knuckles, that pinkish tone, the bones under the skin, fingernails. It's next level stuff. See if I can get in a little bit closer here for you. Yeah, that is incredible detail. Ring looks really nice. Also the cuff of the shirt coming underneath, that's something I really like to see on anything wearing a suit. Okay, let's get close up on some of these hands. You see the detail there on the fingernails. Very, very nice. Another one here. And this really pointy, creepy looking hand. That's a good one. That's a good one. But I love the design underneath of the hand too. Amazing. Such detail in just a hand in 1/6 scale. It's incredible work. There's Van Helsing's glove, one of them. Very nicely painted. There's a lot of depth to the colour. It's not flat. You really get a sense of just quality, just that leathery kind of look. Very nice. Well, full transparency, I don't know what the hell these are. I had a look on the side of the box where it lists all the stuff it comes with. I just couldn't see what these are. I can't remember them from the movie. I'm having a spazzy moment, but you get two of them. I don't know what they are though. They got little spikes on top. What goes on there then? Let me know. But you get them. I did just message Fabio on Facebook to ask him what these are. I had a look and I couldn't see them on the original pictures when they went up for pre-order. So they might have just been thrown in as a little extra something. I'm not sure what they are, so let me know if you know, folks, or maybe Fabio might message me back. It's quite late, but yeah, by the time he sees the message, the review, do you know what, that might be the thumbnail. That might be, yeah, I'm gonna have to take a picture of that. Well, this is beautiful as well. Underneath the jacket here, it goes from this kind of shiny red material and then changes to a kind of velvet red, and it feels incredible, just like his big coat does. But there's so many layers, but he never looks, you know, too padded out. The proportions on this, even with all that layer of clothing, it just looks fantastic. Need to have a look and see what's going on with these shoes. We got some socks. Oh, no socks. That's surprising. Yep, no sock action, but we do have real laces. Yeah. This just feels really nice. I'll just give you a look at the shoe here with the real laces. That's very nicely done. These ones, they haven't gone for a super shiny look. There is a slight shine at the front, almost like, well, it might just be the lighting, but they are not quite a matte finish, but more matte than shiny. Any tread underneath? A little bit of mutt. Get off. There we go. Get off my figure. Yeah. Underneath. Oh yeah. Got a nice little bit of detail there. That's cool. And get a look at Van Helsing turning without the coat on, just on the rotating base, so you can see the proportions and the fit of everything. Comes together really nicely. I think I'm going to have to display him with his coat on. That coat is just far too good not to display. But this look also looks very impressive. One thing is for certain, the Peter Cushing figure is a 10 out of 10. Absolutely incredible 1/6 scale figure. And like I said at the beginning, it feels and looks like a custom piece. It's not the first time Kaustic Plastik have produced something in 1/6 scale that has that look and feel to it. It's crazy to think, I don't know how many of these have been made by the company, but to think that they managed to pump out stuff like this, and these came out, to me it feels like it didn't take very long for, you know, since the announcement of Van Helsing and Dracula, it doesn't feel like it took too long for these to actually be released. So Kaustic Plastik are just bashing out masterpieces, you know, no big delays, nothing like that. So far so good. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to see their work and to add it to the collection. I'm just eternally grateful for the company, you know, choosing me to show their work to folks out there who want to make a decision whether or not to put their money down and buy it. But in every case so far, in my opinion, it has been worth it. There just isn't anyone else out there at the moment doing work as high quality as this, as consistently as Kaustic Plastik do. I just wanted to show you, when you outstretch the arm on Christopher Lee Dracula here, you do still not see the wrist peg, or, well, it's not a wrist peg, but just the connection. So that is good. It was showing at first, but then I just gave the cuff of the shirt a little tug to bring it over, and it keeps that seamless, realistic look intact. This looks really sick, with him reaching out. The intensity in the eyes, his teeth look awesome as well. The furrowed brow, that's super creepy. Whoa. That is something. Alright, take a close-up look at the Dracula head sculpt. There is a serious intensity to the eyes, and I like when the light touches the teeth. They seem to glisten, almost like he's salivating at the thought of feasting on your blood. And this is absolutely fantastic work. Just move around it, give you some angles. Also looks really creepy with a red light as well. Very demonic. And that is him all the way. And side profile. The way the features have been sculpted, something about the way the shadows hit this particular head sculpt just makes it look even creepier. I will be bringing you more videos in the near future, folks. I'm going to do a showcase video where I can do more poses, and I'm just going to get this review finished up for you, give you my final thoughts, and like I said, I'll do more work on these figures in the very near future so you can see some different poses, maybe get some backgrounds behind them, and just give you more to watch while you're waiting for yours to arrive. Just getting close. I'm just changing the lighting around just to give you all the different views. Now I'd rather not undo the knot on his cape. I know it seems simple enough to just do back up again, but it seems to be just a black suit under there with the black tie and the shirt. A very fine suit, I'm sure, if it's anything like Van Helsing's. Oh, geez, he just looks so real. That is just a next level figure over there. So I'm going to leave his cape on if that's alright with you folks. Maybe for the showcase video I'll take it off and you can see all that stuff. But I mean, it's a beautiful suit, incredible proportions, really nice cape. Alright folks, time for my final thoughts and a score out of 10 on both of these figures. So for Peter Cushing, he is a stone cold 10 out of 10 masterpiece figure. Absolutely flawless, incredible work. Just essential, no brainer. If you're a horror collector, you need Peter Cushing Van Helsing, which means you also need Christopher Reeve Dracula. Said it again! Damn it! This is the third time. I'm not doing this again. I'm not starting again. I keep calling him Christopher Reeve. Ugh, couldn't be more different. Well, Christopher Lee, he gets a 9.5 because of the cape. It's just a little bit too thick for my liking, and I wish there were some magnets in the shoulder connecting to the cape to hold it in position so it didn't keep moving around. It's a bit fiddly, but you can definitely within seconds get it looking awesome. Like I did here, that just took a couple of seconds. Threw one side over the shoulder and he looks absolutely awesome. But I can't lie to you, I wish the cape was a little bit thinner and draped a bit more naturally. In the movie, especially at the end when he's meeting his demise, you get a good sense of what that cape was like. I just think this is a tad too thick. Even though when you look at the shoulder area compared to reference pictures like I did earlier, it seems to be exactly right. I don't know, it's just doesn't quite hang the way I'd like it to. But everything else about the figure is absolutely solid. It's an incredible head sculpt with an amazing likeness and a very intense presence. It's just the cape, I wish it was a little bit thinner, but that's just my personal taste, you know. You might feel completely different and feel that the cape is absolutely perfect. It is a 1/6 scale figure after all. This isn't a shrunk down real person, even though some of the, you know, the photos and the angles and just looking at this thing, I mean, it easily could fool people who aren't familiar with 1/6 scale collectibles. They're so lifelike. But yeah, absolute 10 out of 10 for Van Helsing here. 9.5 for Christopher Reeve. Don't get me wrong, he's still an absolute killer figure and essential to your horror collection. Absolutely fantastic. If you get the exclusive one that comes with 3 heads and you get the one where he's open mouth going I am jealous, because that would just look so intense. Beautiful coffin as well, that's a 10 out of 10. The interior looks fantastic. the different materials they use to make that convincing look. Beautiful bases, strong magnets, really nice classy nameplates on the front. And let you see them there. Just like all the other Kaustic Plastik figures, all the bases are individual but all uniformed to look amazing displayed together. So just fantastic work once again by, in my opinion, the absolute, no question about it, best 1/6 scale company out there producing figures right now. Kaustic Plastik, congratulations on 2 more awesome pieces. Thank you for watching, folks. Let me know what you think in the comments. Always good to hear from you. Thank you for all the support with the issues I've been having lately with copyrighted music and all that stuff on the channel. Really appreciate all your kind words, and it just means a hell of a lot. So thank you for watching. Drop a like on the video. It helps more people find the video and the channel. I appreciate your support in the form of a like, and subscribe if you haven't done already. And make sure you follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333 because I'm going to be posting plenty of pictures of the figures on there. Alright, more videos coming soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.